Orel, just looking at the year in review so far, every guest that Legends Attic has had, from current Dodgers to former Dodgers, how has that been for you? And now, I mean, the year's almost over. I don't know if you guys are going to have any more guests, but just having Miguel Rojas, Game 7 World Series hero, how has that been for you?
Yeah, you know, what's really gone on here at Legends Attic, we're probably on about our 15th month being open, and all the guys have been magnificent that have come through, all the celebrities, all the athletes, but the brand that we want is to really treat people in a way where it's about the fan experience, and then also secondary about the athlete's experience. And if they both have good experiences, then we're going to have a great reputation. So the year is about over as far as baseball and celebration and everything, and we're going to be looking forward to spring training and all the moves the Dodgers are going to make. And so with those new roster moves, we'll have some new people to bring out here.
And I want to ask you, just the World Series parade celebration, last year you were rocking Walker Buehler's jersey, this year rocking Yoshinobu Yamamoto's jersey. Just, I mean, how did that performance, how did that come about, and just what do you think his performance and compared to Walker Buehler's last year?
Yeah, I think both pitchers reminded fans of what happened back in '88, and when pretty much I was trying to go out there and pitch as often as possible, just like Walker kind of came from behind from his injury, and then all of a sudden looked like he might not even be on the roster in the playoffs, and then he all of a sudden does well and gets the final out, and we all know the pose about aren't you entertained, or whatever the saying is. And then to watch Yamamoto go out there, you know, I thought to honor Walker and wear his jersey the year before, and to think about what Yoshi did, I thought this is the only way that you need to honor the pitcher that does that kind of contribution. You know, I've never hit 3 home runs in a playoff game like Ohtani. I've never hit a walk-off grand slam like Freddie Freeman. I didn't hit a key home run like Miguel Rojas or like Will Smith or Max Muncy, but I did throw a baseball in those same situations, and appreciate that. And so wearing Yamamoto's jersey was a great honor. And then also I brought a jersey of mine and signed it to him from one World Series MVP to another. And that was a big special moment, and a great picture for me for my office.
Thanks, man.
Okay. You guys get
it? As a World Series champion, obviously, for Miguel Rojas and yourself, to be involved in, like, not just winning a title, but to have big moments on the way to the Dodgers winning. And the fans, like, how do the fans treat you guys?
Yeah, it's I think Miggy said it really best in the radio about how special it is now for his life, the relationship with the fans. You know, the outpouring of love and everything that they are saying to him, and how it has changed his life. And if I related back to 1988, my life was changed too. And so when that relationship gets established and then is passed on from one generation to the next, I mean, we have the Gibson and maybe the Hershiser, and then we have the Freeman and the Rojas and the Yamamoto, and this generation has their heroes. So that relationship with the fans is possibly, you know, the motivation of '88 to the relationship I have with the fans to this place, Legends Attic, and it's a fantastic feeling. I mean, it's way more than being an 8-year-old and dreaming about hitting a home run in the World Series or striking out the last guy in the World Series. It is way more than that, because that's baseball on the field. What Miggy has now, what Will Smith has now, what Max Muncy has now, what Freddie Freeman has now, is what Kirk and I have had, and all the other Dodgers, of the relationship of when you go out to eat, of when you go to the grocery store, when you go buy a gallon of milk, whenever you fill up with gas. You got people rolling down their window and yelling, "Hey Bulldog!" or "Hey Miggy!" And that's like amazing, because it reminds you every day of something special in your life. You want something in Spanish? No, no, I don't. Claro que sí, no. Mi español muy malo, sorry. Cuidado con gringo, go ahead.
Orel, take us to Game 7, the top of the 9th, and Miggy's up on deck.
They didn't pay me to broadcast that inning. I was doing the pre and post.
I know, you're
No, I mean,
you're watching the game, what's your reaction?
Well, I hate watching a game when I'm not in control. So ever since becoming an announcer, not pitching in the game, I always get nervous and watch. but knowing that I was going to have to do the post-game show after those at-bats, looking like the Dodgers were going to lose, I was nervous, but I was watching intently with my game face because I knew I had to break it down. So I had to remember that there was a fastball in. I had to remember that, you know, he hit a hanging slider. I had to remember that Ohtani was on deck and Miggy's just trying to reach base and probably going to go to the opposite field with a strike on him and 1 out in the ninth. So the inning was built around at least Ohtani's going to have a chance. And so even the announcers, I'm sure, were surprised when Miguel Rojas hits the home run because they're anticipating Ohtani coming up. And most Dodger fans were probably just like, you know, at least Miggy can't hit into a double play. Nobody's on. You know, Ohtani's going to get a chance to hit. Miggy's up there and he'll grind out in a bat and hopefully he can get on. And then Ohtani will have a chance to win the game, you know, and give it a 2-run blast. But when Miggy hits it out and nobody else scores a run, it sends us into extra innings. And yeah, those nerves were definitely there. But definitely you're sitting there analyzing it also.
Well,